Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
The Big Family Homestead. You know what? We have been using freeze-dried food for how many years now?
Almost 6.
Almost daily. And we figured, it just occurred to me that it was like, you know what? We have never really gone over just the basics. We have like bits and pieces of, hey, this is what you do. This is how you do it. Even we've done tons of cooking things.
Oh, yeah. Lots of cooking things. Even just in our normal day-to-day cooking.
But we figured this should be an all-in-one place where we talk about what it is, how it got there, how long it'll last, value. I mean, we're facing serious, the I word. You're not allowed to say the I word.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say the I word. Yeah.
Excuse me. So,
and I'm to the point of not caring what we're allowed to say and what we're not allowed to say.
I know, but
not to the point. I'm way past that point, but.
Well, then the problem is YouTube doesn't push your videos.
Well, then that's happening. So
it is happening now.
Yeah.
And it's happening to other channels we know. So actually, that's a great segue, Mom. If you don't mind, hit that thumbs up and share it because that does really help. Because when you guys share it, it automatically goes out.
Yep.
So anyway, let's talk about freeze-dried food because people used to say, man, that stuff is awesome, best stuff in the world, but it's so expensive. Well, guess what? Times have changed.
Yeah. Well, and before I knew about it, I was like, what is this fandangled thing? This is like,
foreign
NASA food. This is astronaut food. This is not something I want to eat.
And it's
guess what?
Awesome.
It is so very awesome.
So let's start by saying what it actually is.
Okay.
Which is it's just food that has been through the freeze drying process.
Right.
Which means that it's shelf stable for a very, very long time if you keep it in a vacuum sealed container.
Yep.
And then after that, if you open it up, it's still good for a very long time. And you could even re-vacuum seal it. But let's talk about the process of vacuum sealing.
Well, the freeze drying, you mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Duh. But actually, we got to go before that to be completely fair because we have to compare what happens with normal people in the grocery store.
Well, the food that you get on the shelf in the grocery store, in the fresh
place.
Section, generally has been there or been in storage for about a year.
A long time.
A long time. Now, with raspberries, I bought a container of raspberries this morning. I like to throw those in my fruit shake, or not my fruit shakes, my smoothies. No, yogurt. What am I talking about? Anyway.
Yo shakes.
Those are relatively fresh. However, they've been shipped from another country. And so it's been.
In most cases.
Yeah, in most cases, it's been, it's been on a cargo ship for a little bit, and it's kind of sketchy.
Should I tell about how tomatoes go? Might be easier.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I mean, apples, generally in the
ahead.
store, apples, you're buying last year's apples.
That's the point.
Yeah.
They stay in refrigeration.
Yeah, they stay in refrigeration. You're not buying something that just came off of the plant a week ago.
And furthermore, most cases, now this is stereotypical, most cases, they're picked when they're not ripe.
Right.
So like a tomato, for example, is picked when it's still green. Then they'll go put it in refrigeration until a gigantic chain of stores will say, oh, we want X amount of tons of tomatoes. And then they will gas them with a gas that makes them, air quotes, ripen, which, okay, here's the big problem with that. Those nutrients that would have been sucked up from the ground and gotten from the sun and all the stuff that if they were on the plant are not in that fruit.
Right.
When they gas them, it just makes it look like it's ripe. It looks red. It looks awesome, right?
But it's lackluster. It is lacking all kinds of nutrients and flavor.
Yeah. That's the big deal, is the nutrients and the flavor. They're not there because they picked them before it actually got into the plant.
Yeah, yeah.
So now continue on. So now they've got...
Now with freeze drying process, the process that Thrive Life goes through to qualify a farmer to be one of their growers is very extensive. And so they go through a lot of process to make sure that the produce is the very highest quality and picked at its peak ripeness.
They even check soil counts of nutrients.
Sure.
And
Oh yeah,
stuff.
they check all that stuff. So they pick it at its ripeness, and then it is immediately within a few hours frozen. It is flash frozen. It is cut or washed or whatever that process, whatever that item is. It is flash frozen. And then it is kept frozen until it gets to Thrive, which then it is still frozen in different refreezing rooms. And then it is sent through the freeze dryer. And it's within, I want to say, a week. No, I'm sorry. It's not a week. It's a day or two tops from the time you get it picked to the time it's in a freeze in one of these cans.
Well, and again,
so
the other important thing is when Thrive Life, which is the company we deal with, by the way, full disclosure.
Yeah.
What they do is they don't pick it early. They wait until it's fully ripe, whether it's corn or whether it's tomatoes or
peaches,
whatever.
Apples,
they wait till it's completely ripe. That's when it's picked.
Right.
Then it's flash frozen. Then it goes through the freeze drying process where, it's in a vacuum and it sucks out all of the moisture while it goes super, super cold.
Yep.
And then when the process is done, you get something like maybe the peaches. Something like this. That's a peach.
Yep. It's
and
a peach.
It does look very peachy. I will say, in the process of freeze drying, some of the color of the different vegetables will be, I don't even know. It's not.
It loses a little bit of its vibrance and color.
Yeah, but that's a peach.
But the flavor
is insane.
It is insane. It is concentrated. All those sugars and flavor are concentrated in that. Nothing is lost. Nothing is lost.
Yeah. And so what you have then, once it's freeze dried, then it goes into a packaging place where it's vacuum locked. So if you had a can of corn and you'd never opened this can of corn, you bought it and it's full to the top, and then you go to open it, once that you could stay fresh
25 years.
Yeah, fresh as if it just came off the cob for 25 years.
Yep.
Now, I gotta be honest, guys. You gotta let that sink in, because how much was corn 5 years ago? How much was, let's just ask, a pound of ground beef 5 years ago? $2 a pound?
Probably.
What now?
Something, I don't even know. We don't even look.
We get our own.
Yeah, we have our own beef from our ones that we raise.
What do you guys say? What's a pound of ground beef where you're at? Because I remember about 5 years ago, it was $2 a pound.
Yeah.
Well, here's the issue. People used to say, oh my gosh, Thrive Life is so expensive. Well, look at it this way. First of all, there's no waste.
Nope.
Because you only scoop out what you need and then you put it right back on the shelf. It's not like, oh my gosh, I got to cook up this 2 pounds of ground beef and now I'm stuck with a half pound that I don't need.
Right. And mushrooms is the biggest. Mushrooms and tomatoes and fresh fruit are the biggest wastes of.
Because I only need X amount for this.
Yeah,
thing.
I only need a little bit, and then I'll use the other thing and then it just gets shoved to the back of the refrigerator, and then it becomes a science experiment.
Yeah, you find
where these, you just, like you said, scoop out what you want and put it in your recipe, and it's done.
Put it right back on the shelf.
Yep.
And so when you consider waste and you consider inflation, which that's insane, then all of a sudden this starts looking like a pretty dang good value rather than expensive at all.
Exactly.
And so freeze-dried food, you got to think, okay, well, what are peaches going to be like 5 years from now? Or can you just not afford peaches anymore?
Right. Unless you grow them yourself, you won't be able to.
I know.
I mean,
because
they're already
in Georgia.
This last year they were $1.99 a pound.
Which that's crazy cheap.
No, it's not for peaches.
Yeah, for
now, no way.
Oh.
No, last couple of years ago when I made peach jam, I got peaches for 75 cents a pound.
But that was
and
a
that was
farmer's
still
market kind of thing.
That was at the grocery store. Mm-hmm.
I sit corrected, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. No, because we don't have farmers markets around here, so it's.
Well, the other side to that is that
at least the ones that have peaches.
Yeah. Well, the other side to that is that it's still double.
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane.
It's still double what it was.
It's getting harder and harder to make jams and jellies with produce now that
you don't grow.
That you don't grow, exactly.
So that said, we want to open up the floor to questions. So if you have a question, please fire it away, because here's the scoop. No big surprise. We love our Thrive Life freeze-dried food. They make everything. Like you can't even, I mean, okay, here. This is kind of funny. These are our snack bags. This is actual just cheese. Straight up.
Cheese cubes. Cheddar. Is it cheddar? Yeah, it's cheddar.
These are cheddar cheese bites. Yeah. It's
cheddar
nothing
cheese.
more.
It's just they've taken cheddar cheese and then they cubed it up and freeze dried it, and it's so good. There was some Havarti ones from a while back in the truck. Oh man, that was so good.
Why don't you talk about how you prepare it?
So I was actually going to go there. How we use this is we either eat it straight out of the can, dry,
like that.
Like the corn, we will take the corn and throw, handfuls of it into our stew, just as it is. No rehydrating necessary, because the water from the stew is going, or the broth from the stew is going to rehydrate it. You can rehydrate it with water, just as it sits. We did that yesterday. We had stir fry yesterday, and I took some peas out of the can and put them in a bowl and just filled it with water. Done.
You wouldn't know any different.
Nope. No, thank you. Now with, say, meats, I use hot water to rehydrate those meats.
Seems to work a little better.
It seems to work a little bit better. The meats are fully cooked, so you can eat it straight out of the can. If you like that,
you can.
You can. I'm not a fan of that, but I absolutely love the chicken when it's rehydrated. I absolutely love it. The chicken, the beef, it's just got such a delicious flavor. I love making chicken salad with it. In a pinch, if I got the hankering for a chicken salad, I'll throw some chicken pieces in a bowl. I'll throw some onion and celery dices. A little salt. I'll rehydrate that first. And then I will strain that off and press out any extra liquid, and then I'll add mayonnaise and mustard and relish to it, and I'm done. And
there's so many different ingredients that you can get, guys. Like I was just chomping on,
cake bites.
Cake. Freeze-dried cake bites.
Yeah. And I guess that's the beauty part of it. Okay, this is not single ingredient. Of course it's not. But I mean, this is just cheese, and it's got whatever cultures you need to make cheese. It says actually pasteurized milk, cheese cultures, salt, enzymes, and annatto, which is for
just color.
It's vegetable food coloring. But everything else that is, say, corn.
It's just corn.
Corn. It's just corn.
It's corn.
Just peaches. Stop. Just peaches. The chicken does have salt. Some of the chickens have salt. The chopped chicken is not.
You can get it without.
Yeah, it doesn't have salt in it. So I know there's a lot of folks that have issues with sodium, so that might be the better choice to go with the chopped chicken. There is no added preservatives. There's no added, extra stuff. It is just what it is. So.
Yeah. I just noticed there's a friend of the channel on here, Cross Border Trucking. I was talking to Ryan, which is his name, earlier today. And I was thinking, man, this food would be perfect for folks like yourself who are in a truck. And it's hard to find healthy choices to eat. It's either fast food or you bring it from home. And what's cool about this is that you could kind of just grab whatever you want and then it's good to go in your truck for whatever it is that I think I want to have blah, 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 or the chicken salad.
Exactly.
Whatever.
And you can even make up mixes, your meal in a jar, and then just add hot water to it, and you've got your meal. Yeah.
So I was thinking it would be great for folks that have like a boat that you want to have
RV.
a stocked kitchen, or an RV that you want to have a stock kitchen, or a truck that you want to have a stock kitchen. I got 20 ingredients right here in this small spot.
There's so many things you can make with just those 20 ingredients.
Yeah. There's beef, there's chicken,
sausage.
Matter of fact, I'm going to call up the sale thing right now. Not, we're not going to be like high pressure.
No, not at all. No.
But this is what's going on.
These are the current Thrive Life sales. These are part of the delivery, which the deliveries are free to sign up. There's no extra fee, not in any way. And that you can save up to 25%. And if your delivery is over $100, then you get free shipping. So that's an added bonus there. And you can cancel anytime. You can skip a month. You could have it sent once a month, twice a month. It's entirely up to you. But I got to tell you, these are our favorite things to eat. When we need a snack, we go to these.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I will say, here's the thing. How's it stored? You can store it however you want. Cross-border trucking. You can leave it. Sometimes they come in bags. Sometimes there's mixes that come in bags. These are great for snacks. Cheese, it comes in a bag, or the big cans are big cans.
There's big cans, and then there's also smaller cans. They're about the size.
I didn't bring any of those up.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's about the size of a quart.
Yeah.
And
they even have smaller bags. Another thing that you can do is, if you have a food saver, like a vacuum sealer, put together your own mix, your own blend, your own, maybe make pulled pork, maybe make barbecue beef, which you can. Throw it in a food saver bag, vacuum seal it up, and then it's literally good if you keep it out of the sun for 25 years.
Yep. It's awesome.
The question I have is, what's it going to cost for ground beef 5 years from now? No, we won't have ground beef, according to our overlords.
We'll have crickets.
We're having bugs. I'm not eating bugs.
No, I will not eat bugs.
So here's the other thing to it. In terms of cost, value, oh my gosh. I can't even think how about this? You can buy freeze-dried eggs. How much are eggs now? People are saying they're $9 a dozen in spots.
I actually looked the other day when I went to the store, the big blue box store, and 1 dozen of large eggs was $4.80, I believe.
And that's the cheap spot.
That's the cheap spot. Then there was also the 6 dozen package for $23 and change.
And that's also not the healthy eggs.
No, those are caged eggs that never see the light of day. Well, not the eggs, but the chickens don't ever see the light of day. And they are in a little box. A little box, just like this. There's 4 of them in a little box. And I mean,
that's
I don't
horrible.
know if there's 4 in this size box, but
I've seen them. I've been there.
They're ridiculous.
It's not good.
Yeah, but.
So, yeah, you can bag it up, box it up however you want. What's the cost for pork per hydrated pound?
Figured that out.
Yeah, that's dude, you're the math guy.
Yeah,
Gunner.
no kidding.
He's wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
Boy's wicked smart.
Funny.
So, any questions? Actually, if you guys don't mind, hit the thumbs up or like the video or share. It does help out. Again, there's no fee to sign up for deliveries, and you don't even have to get a delivery. You can just get on there, look around, because here's the thing that you might have said it, but if you sign up for deliveries and then you spend $100, then
free
shipping is free.
Yep, I did.
You did? Okay, cool. So other things about freeze-dried food. Let's talk about the differences between freeze-dried and dehydrated, because it's vast.
Okay, so I know a lot of you guys are, I'm going to grow this myself and I'm going to dehydrate it. And awesome. And I know Blue Collar Homestead, they said they have a freeze dryer and they love it. And I'm so glad. Honestly, some days I wish we did have a freeze dryer, but we don't have a good enough spot for one, because you have to really be able to get
to behind
around it.
yeah.
And, unless, I don't even know, do they have the oilless kind?
Some of them do.
Now, where it's very low maintenance.
They're more money.
But they're a lot more money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the cost of a freeze dryer versus getting some of this, it really doesn't pencil out for us. Not for us. But so the difference between freeze drying, we did go through that process earlier, but freeze drying is the food is picked at its the peak ripeness. It is flash frozen, it's chopped flash frozen, and then taken to the facility and then put through the freeze dryer in just a few short hours. I can't remember exactly how, but it is less than a day.
But dehydrating, you can do that at your house.
Yes, you can do that at your house. You have the Excalibur. I know there's one that's called an Excalibur.
What is that one we have? It's called, oh, shoot.
I don't even know what it's called.
It's circular.
Quest?
No.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. But it's heated. The food is heated and then dried. So it's through a process of heating it up.
And air movement.
Mm-hmm. It's then dried. Well, you're losing nutrients and quality of that food during that heating process. Where freeze drying, it freezes in and locks in all of those nutrients, which are super beneficial to you 25 years from now when you're able to eat it. I mean, geez, for some of us, we'll be able to will this stuff to our kids.
Yeah, it's like you watch these movies, these apocalyptic movies, and I used to think as a kid, oh my gosh, these are so crazy. There's no way any of this could happen. And then you wake up and
it's happened.
We live in conspiracy land, but it's not conspiracy. It actually happened.
It is happening. It's straight up happening right now.
And so when you see something like I remember I was actually on a mission trip in Haiti, and one of the participants there was reading the Appalachian thing. She shoots. They kill kids. It's horrible. Mockingjay. It's blah blah blah. It's the Hunger Games.
Hunger Games, yeah.
They were reading the Hunger Games, and they're like, "Wow, this is really, really super crazy fictional." And it was a good story because it was crazy fictional. Except now there are lots and lots and lots of politicians that are looking to just kind of parcel off big, gigantic chunks of the country and other countries and the world, put them into districts, which look up UN Agenda 21. It's not a joke.
Well, isn't it? It's Agenda 2030 and then 2045?
Yeah.
Is there a 45?
There's different goals they have.
I kind of stay out of that stuff just because my brain can't handle that.
That said, though, they I thought, what a crazy story. Never happened. And now they're openly talking about districting the globe.
Ay.
So I wonder. I mean, let's think back here for just a second. 10 years ago, it was 2013. 2013. What were the big news stories of 2013? I'm going to look it up.
I actually don't know. I know.
Hold on, because I don't like typing on these things. Big news stories of 2013. I hate these things.
In 2013, Ruth was 2. So I do know.
U.S.
I do know that.
closes for business. Detroit files for bankruptcy. Breakthrough year for same-sex marriage.
Oh my! So it started 10 years ago. Great.
Top everything stories. Oh, the Oklahoma tornado.
Oh gosh.
IRS overreach on the Tea Party people. Party people say ho.
Now the FBI is investigating them, and
yeah,
they're being arrested for praying
George
outside
Zimmerman
of
was acquitted.
Praying outside of abortion clinics.
The federal government shut down. Obamacare's bungled rollout. Oh, I forgot about that one.
The Boston Marathon bombing.
Yeah.
We had a friend of ours was there.
Yeah, finished just before. Yeah, so a lot's happened in 10 years.
Yowza.
So can you honestly say, without a question of a doubt, oh, we'll be fine 10 years from now? I'll just go to the store and get my ground cricket paste and everything will be great.
No thanks. No.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, it's fine.
Blue Collar Homestead is saying, yes, some of these crazy movies are actually turning into documentaries.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, that said, we've gone over how, what it is, how, the process, variety. I think value is going to be one of those things where you're going to be surprised. Where, yeah, you're paying a premium now. There's no doubt. But once the inflation keeps going and scarcity starts,
you won't be able to get anything. Yeah.
You know, actually, we were talking with Cross Border Trucking and a friend of mine who's also named Ryan, who also drives truck. It's funny to me that they don't say, I drive a truck for a living. No, they drive truck. It's whatever. It's a thing. But here's just a little preview of something that we're going to be talking about. They drive semis and deliver products and services and yada yadas and yippee skippies. That's what they do. Okay. One of the things they're noticing that is not being produced very much now, pallets.
Yeah.
You know, the wooden pallets that whenever you want to ship something from point A to point B, you load up your junk on the pallet and they bring it over with a forklift and load up the truck, and that's how it goes. And they're saying they're not seeing a lot of pallets being made right now.
So what does that mean, folks? Less pallets being made?
It means less stuff being
getting
moved.
Exactly. Yep. Less stuff coming to your store. Oh, but you got to have that Easter stuff. I saw Easter stuff already. Yep.
Get your chocolate.
Valentine's Day showed up. Valentine's Day stuff showed up the day after Christmas. And Easter stuff I saw today.
You got to get your chocolate rabbit cross.
Oh, dear Lord.
Yeah, we're not into that.
No, not at all.
Anyway, so just to recap, free to get the delivery set up, and it does really, really help our family out a lot.
Yes, it does.
And so thank you.
Yes.
So it doesn't cost you to get it set up, and then free shipping on anything over $100 or $101. All the ingredients you could ever imagine.
One thing I don't know if we mentioned, I think we may have overlooked this. How to use it in your normal favorite recipes.
Same.
It's just the same. So if you're making a soup or stew, you just throw the onions in there. You just throw the celery in there, carrots, whatever you want to put in there. Okay. You just take it out of the can. I barely measure anything.
Yeah, it's like a scoop.
I just take a handful and dump it in. Okay. If you are, say, making like a gravy and you want to saute some onions and mushrooms, you just add a little extra butter
or liquid,
or you can add the onions and mushrooms to the butter dry, and then those mushrooms and onions will absorb that butter, or you can rehydrate them and saute them still. So you can use them like you would something you buy from the store.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So there you have it, guys. We just wanted to go from zero to now you know how it works.
Yeah.
And also, side note, I know a lot of you guys are out there thinking, I need a side hustle. You're seeing what's coming on with, oh my gosh, just the inflation and what's getting ready to happen to the economy.
Yeah.
Or I should rephrase that. What is being done to the economy?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's a mistake, guys. I really don't.
No, I
think
it's planned.
It's like a plan. Yeah. Anyway, that said, you can make a very, very handsome career living out of selling freeze-dried food. And you know what? Here's the scoop with it. It takes us very little time because everything's automated. Everything's on the website.
Right. You don't have to order a bunch of stuff or order a bunch of stock and then ship it to your customers. They go like you guys would. You go to a website link and you order.
And thank you.
Yes, and thank you. You order what you would like, and then it is sent directly to you. So it is so easy.
Right. So you have a website when you become a consultant, and all we do ever is tell people about it and just say, hey, here's our website. If you want to help us out and get some of the most amazing food, you just go through that link. Everything is drop shipped. So we don't store it.
Nope.
It's not here. It's not like whatever that is, Amway.
Yeah, you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to have a bunch of stock here and then send it out. You don't even have to have parties. You can have guests over, cook for them and say, here, this is how we made this dinner.
Yeah.
And you'll get people hooked.
And so here's the scoop. We do make a handsome living. I mean, we're not rich by any means.
No,
but
we can live in the middle of Wisconsin, and this is our job.
I'll tell you that. That's what I was going to say, is that's honestly a big part of our income. However, if we're not about like being pushy about it.
No.
And so that's the thing, is like there are people that make a lot of money with Thrive Life, which is great.
Sure.
We just have decided we're just going to tell you about it. We're not going to be pushy about it. And if you like it, then great.
Right.
Or if you want to get involved in the business, here's the basics. You tell somebody about it, they go buy something. You get a percentage.
Yep.
Plus a percentage in what? Free food. Free food plus the money. Now, and that's the most simple way. There's free trips, like all of the MLMs.
Sure.
And you don't have to worry about like branching things out with people. It's straight down. Like if somebody signs up because they heard what we're talking about, you're directly under us, and we are there to help you out. Yep. So if you signed up, we're your, whatever they call it, an upper level
consultant.
We're
upline.
Your question answerer. So, but here's the way I tell people about this. What other business can you get into for $100? $100.
That's all it is.
And you're buying food. You're not just like, here's my $100 now I get in. No, you're buying food.
No.
So for $100, what other business can you get in that every person you ever meet doesn't just want what you have, but needs what you have just to live?
Yep.
And you don't store it. You don't ship it. You didn't have to make it.
No.
You just say, hey, check
it
out. And you get a cut.
Yep.
I'm telling you, folks. Jay says sponsor. I think it's called,
consultants.
No, I think we're called upline.
It is the upline, but we would also be a consultants, so.
Anyway, all that to say that if you're interested in making a few extra bucks, we can do our best to help you out.
Yep.
So I think, did we hit all the points?
I think so.
Then you gotta take us out, take us home. Sounded like that guy in Independence Day. Take him out. Do what you do.
Just do. Don't think, just do.
Wrong movie.
Yeah, I know. You guys, I hope you go to the website and check it out, because honestly, we wouldn't tell you about it. We wouldn't even sell it if we didn't love it.
That's true.
I love the fact that it is single ingredients.
Except for this delicious cake, which I will be
eating. Sure. But you're not buying storable bags of glop. No. We're not into that.
Glop bags.
I like to make my own meals. Thank you very much. Healthy meals. Anyway.
Last thing, if you don't mind, please do share the video. That really helps, because right now I think YouTube they're not happy with people that are pushing back against the system. And that's us. Yeah. We're trying to be as polite about it as we can, but boy, oh boy, they don't like it when you say, hey, inflation's real. Yeah. They want you to just go, la, 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 la. Where's more cat videos?
La, 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 la.
I just want to see more videos about cats that are cute.
No.
So
let's do real life, not middle school.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that said,
thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. You have a blessed day.
Thank you. Bye.
Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day I lift up my soul. Oh my God, I trust in you. Let me not be put to shame. Let not my enemies exult over me. None who wait for you shall be put to shame. Good and upright is, good and upright is, good and upright is the Lord. Good and upright is, good and upright is, good and upright is the Lord. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day long. For your name's sake, O Lord, pardon my guilt, for it's great. Who is the man who fears the Lord? The friendship of the Lord is for those who fear him. And he makes known to them his covenant. My eyes are ever, my eyes are ever, my eyes are ever to the Lord. My eyes are ever, my eyes are ever, my eyes are ever to the Lord. Make me to know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day